とで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているキスしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直している だけが読み直している読み直していく読み直している読み直している読み直しているキスしたいと読み直している読み直しているだけが読み直している 読み直しているでキスしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているでキスしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直している
What's up, my weirdos? So this is my first ever live stream on Spooky Celluloid. I don't know, I'm gonna try some things out. Just trying, sorry, my voice is muffled because these are some soundproof headphones for editing, so I'm just gonna keep one eye out so I can hear myself and see that I'm not talking to myself. So hope technically everything is good. So just so that you know, there's about a 1 minute delay. I'm French, so pardon my shitty grammar or vocabulary. But yeah, there's a minute about of delay. So if you're ever in the chat, you ask a question, just know that I'm not ignoring you. It just takes a while, and this isn't really a live stream for live stream purposes because I know not a lot of people are gonna watch it. This is mainly for the VOD audience, and I'm gonna clip some stuff to upload some videos the days where I don't have time to do a regular video due to me being pretty busy recently. But the reviews should stay like once a week. There's 100 subscribers. I'm gonna talk about that. I just got a few things. So the reviews still one a week. Trying to. If there's some weeks that are getting skipped, I apologize in advance. October and November might be a bit crazy for me, so just letting you know, I'm trying as much as possible to and I mute the. I'm actually looking at the chat on my phone, on my alternate account. So yeah, I'll try to keep at one review per week. Now I'm just gonna quick chat about this week's review. It's gonna be a terrible meal. I'm pretty excited about it, even though I probably shouldn't, because I'm not good with I ain't good with the puke, like, at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna review that next. And the lighting here is a bit weird because my computer's like RGB, so you're just seeing like all the colors. Anyways, small details. So yeah, Terrible Meal is my next review to celebrate the 100 subscribers, which I was still gonna do this weekend, 100 subscribers or not. So I'm just gonna keep my phone close so I don't have to look over there to see the chat. So yeah, 100 subscribers, it's pretty big for me because of obviously the content I am producing. I'm doing reviews of super obscure indie films, and all of the subscribers are basically from shoutouts from other people. So I'm gonna start with thanking the people. Thank you, Grindhouse Funhouse. Speaking of thanking people for shoutouts, when I kickstarted this channel back after my break of 2020, obviously most of 2020 I was on break, then I started back 2021. Grindhouse Funhouse was the first one to be like, dude, you just need to talk about your channel to get subscribers, to get the ball rolling, basically, because before that I had 1 year of content, and it was mediocre content. My reviews weren't really edited. I kind of babbled on. So, yeah, they're all weirdos. So I kind of babbled on. So I wasn't really proud of my content. Then I came back, decided to have energy, like some pretty hardcore energy. I remember Grindhouse Funhouse being like, you're the Coke energy. That's what I'm trying to do, and with the reviews, I'm just trying to be energetic, more editing, and just basically stuff like that. So since I came back, I've gained a crazy amount of subscribers in a short amount of time. Basically, I had like 650 something, then dropped the Barf Bunny review and just went up. So again, thank you, Grindhouse Funhouse, Cinema's Underbelly, which is a great channel. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Cinema's Underbelly and you like my channel, he basically does what I do but more serious and better film analytics. Me, it's just me fucking around and making some jokes and talking about dicks and pussies. So yeah, so Cinema's Underbelly, the Sick on Cinema guys. I had a tear this week when they talked about me in their Bruno Mattei episode. Basically, Matt got the Rona, which I won't talk too much about because I don't want to get demonetized. I don't even make money with this shit. But yeah, he basically got sick, and he said that my videos kept him up in his shitty week. And just everyone who shouts me out, my friend from real life, my IRL friends, because I have 2 of those. shouted me out. So Simon, you're probably not watching right now, but you'll probably be watching later. Thank you. And for that occasion, I have something very special. I wanted champagne, but I'm a university student. I'm poor. I don't have money for champagne. And then I wanted sparkling wine. Then I remembered I fucking hate sparkling wine. Then I thought, what do I like to drink that can be a to celebrate something? And it's certainly not shitty beer. So what I decided to have is this Japanese whiskey that I got from, obviously, Japan. And it's a bottle, as you can see. It's been 2 years and I only have that left. It's only for special occasions, birthdays. I think I drank some when I got fired from my last job, but it's for celebrations. So if you're at home, if you're watching this VOD, or if you're one of the 2 people watching live, which is really one, because that other person is me, for the chat, take out your glass of something. I know Grindhouse Funhouse, you don't drink, but I don't know, take a glass of Pepsi. Although it's getting late, and at your age, I don't know if it's a good idea to drink caffeine so late. So I'm just gonna pour a small amount, because like I said, this is some pretty good shit, and it's pretty expensive. So I'll keep that. Well, it's pretty expensive. Sorry, I smelled my fingers. I just fingered your mother. No, I spilled some, and it smells so good. But it's just for special occasions. It's not that it's expensive, it's that you need to travel 10,000 kilometers to go get a bottle, and in Ontario they don't really have Japanese whiskeys in LCBOs, and if they are, there's no bottle under like $100. Even that, like, there's no good bottle at under 200, 300, and even in Quebec it's like same thing. So cheers to you guys. Sorry for the face, I haven't drank hard liquor in a while. You'll fall asleep. Yeah, that's probably true. Probably me too. I mean, I've had a long day. It's strong, but it tastes good. So I'm just gonna get my bar spoon. So for any whiskey drinkers, what you want to do with good whiskey is to open up the flavors. You just want a drop of water. Usually it's room temperature water, but all I have access to is cold water, which is not the best. But you just take like a bar spoon, just drop that in there. Swish it around, and that's just gonna open the something chemical. I don't know anything about chemicals. I flunked chemistry. Flunked all of my science courses thinking about it, and it's just gonna, yeah. You can smell the whatever. No, you guys probably don't care about whiskey. I usually talk about porn and shit like that, so it's not usually high class stuff, and I'll start doing stuff there for the VODs pretty soon. Just talking about some. That's a good fucking whiskey. And just talking some shit there. So I'm also, just last technical detail before I start. I only have one screen, so I'm gonna be switching. So sometimes when I'm on the screen, you might see this weird thing. It's because I'm alone. I didn't think of hiring a switcher tonight. Sadly, I don't have that kind of money. I'm still at 100 subscribers, not 100,000. Oh, Danny's asking a question. So hi, I just want to reiterate for people who haven't catched the beginning. If you ask a question, I'm seeing it. I just might take a minute or two to answer because of the delay of the live stream. So Danny Ambrosi says, hi, how many movies do you watch a month? So that's a pretty good question. I would say around 20 to 25. I've slowed down in the last month due to being busy with school, but I usually watch one a day on weeknights, except maybe 2 weeknights. Like this week, I watched three. I went to the movie theater twice, once to see Holy Mountain, and once to go see Prisoners of the Ghostland, and in between that, I watched a film. And then on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday are my day, like to relax. I rarely do anything. So usually on Saturdays and Sundays, I watch 2 to 4, sometimes 5 movies a day, depending on how crazy I'm feeling. But recently, Saturday or Friday has been taken up by me watching one movie and then reviewing it. So I would say on low end months 15 to 20, and on high end months it could be sometimes up to 30. I know when I got back to watching trashy films after my depression, I watched a shit ton, and just recently, just because with time. So thanks for the question, and thank you. I think you're a new subscriber. If you don't mind telling me where you're from, if you're from the Sick on Cinema crew or the oh yeah, Grindhouse Funhouse asking me what are your thoughts on Prisoners of the Ghostland, because I knew he didn't care for it. Uh, I didn't hate it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't hate it. The problem was I figured that out after the movie. During the credit scene, is Sion Sono did not write that film, and it shows because Sion Sono has a very distinctive writing style, and he's a poet. He's a poet on his he started as a poet, then went into filmmaking. So when he writes, he clearly has a style that is very poetic, and the words are very important. Usually in his films, even Love Exposure, that is 4 hours long, there is no word wasted. It all means something, and that's why I love him. He's a good director, he's a good writer. He didn't write that one, and it shows, because the writing is really weak. And also, from what I've seen, you can't put a Japanese director on the director's chair of an American movie. Japanese acting tends to be a bit overacting, very emotional, very much with facial expressions, which is exactly Nicolas Cage's style. Nicolas Cage has a very Japanese style of acting, and when you mix them up, Nicolas Cage seems like a totally normal character. And I think that was one of your problem, Grindhouse Funhouse. It was that it felt normal, and that's just Japanese acting mixing up with American actors, because all the other American actors are very, very tame compared to the Japanese actors. So yeah, like you said, it never works. Also, I'm pretty sure Sion Sono doesn't speak a lick of English. He might have learned some for his movie, but it's very, very hard to direct a film, and even more so when you don't speak the language. And it shows. It shows because it doesn't seem like the Japanese actors are very, very good. His wife still plays. His wife still plays in it, and like I said, all the Japanese actors are fine. The writing doesn't work. I enjoyed it, I think, more than you did. Just because the just the just the fact that Sion Sono was directing an American movie. That was pretty cool. So I liked it for what it was. Also, the visual is incredible, and Sion Sono is a very visual director. Well, that's what I like about him. He can switch. Love Exposure isn't really a great visual film, but a lot of his films are visual, and I love the visual style. Um, yeah, I think you're right with the Nicolas Cage and Sion Sono. Probably Nicolas Cage was like, this man can't speak English, I'm gonna try to do his job, and it feels like it. I liked it more than Willy's Wonderland, but I also think I liked that movie more than you did. I'm just gonna answer Danny Ambrosi, which says, I found my channel by accident and he lives in New York State. Oh, nice. And why did you get into horror movies? I love them too. I got into horror movies by basically by chance. I was really young, like too young to watch these types of movies, and I found the internet. And the first movie that scared me was Terminator 1. I went to my grandparents' house, watched that, freaked the shit out of me. Then I was about 8. Then I refused to watch anything spooky. Then at my teenage years, 10, 11, I discovered Cinemassacre on YouTube, and I discovered Planet Terror by Robert Rodriguez. And that mix of things, and by discovering Planet Terror, I discovered Grindhouse, which I discovered then the exploitation film, and then I discovered Brad Jones, the cinema snob, and that just started the ball rolling. I found out about Italian horror films, found out about Cannibal Holocaust, and that's basically why we're here today. Like many people, Cannibal Holocaust was my first experience with very, very degenerate, very, very weird, disturbing, as you could say, movies. And that just started the ball rolling. I had judgment on a lot of the films I talk about today prior to the last year, but I think I discovered cinema's underbelly this year, and I thought to myself, I really misjudged these films when I was younger. Like stuff like Human Centipede, Serbian film, Ryan Nicholson's filmography. So I felt like I misjudged these films, and I recently got back into them, and I discovered that not only do I like them, they really made me feel good last year. So I got really into them. Then I got into the lore of them, and then the backstory on a lot of these, and then I discovered that very, very questionable, disturbing movie Iceberg, which I will be discussing later in this video. I'll kind of make a roast of the disturbing movie Iceberg later on. So Smo is my IRL friend. I told you I had some, not a lot, but I have some, and he just said hi. So hi Smo, thank you for the shout out. And I didn't even start the goddamn music, the goddamn background music. So I don't even know if you can hear that. It might be too loud. I don't know. I don't know anything about technical stuff. So. Thank you, Le Wannabe Podcast. If you speak French, go check out Le Wannabe Podcast. And John Brisebois says you're boring. John Brisebois can suck my dick. So Mondo Videos just told me congrats. So, and she's pretty cool. If you go, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna just do some shout outs here. Screen record, like I said, don't freak out. This is just some weird shit. But yeah, she's probably not watching. But her channel is super cool. What the fuck is this? Yeah, Mondo Videos. Go watch her. She has some great reviews right now of water power. The enema porn, and because of her, some of my recommended videos are enema porns, are enema videos. How to put an enema. Do you go to horror conventions? Yes, I do. When there's some. I'm in Canada, and COVID is pretty hardcore around here. I mean, COVID isn't hardcore as in we have a lot of numbers, it's hardcore as in we can't do anything. But then now there's the vaccine passport, which will probably allow us, this is not a political show, but I'm happy because it'll probably allow us to, you know, go out of our houses and actually go to horror conventions, because it's been since 2019 and I miss those. I miss meeting all the weirdos that you meet at usual conventions. Horror conventions, I've been to Comic Cons, I've been to anime conventions, I've been to some weird ass conventions, and horror conventions are just the best. They're just the most chill. They're just the most fun. People are always awesome, and they're you know, they're a bunch of weirdos, but I like them. So Seb Dajnil says I'm beautiful. Thank you, Seb. You are quite the piece of man yourself. So I'm just gonna drink my whiskey, then we can probably get into some wow, it's just one fucking sip and I'm already like this. I wanted to make a horror franchise tier list video, so I'm like, might as well do it on stream. I can have some opinion of some fellow horror fans, and a lot of people that probably don't know anything about horror movies that are watching me right now that I know in real life, and just throw my hot takes. My hot takes, you know, saying this franchise of horror movies kind of suck, and then all you boys can unsubscribe, and I'll go back to like 1 subscriber in a week because I said that Scream sucked my ass. No, I won't do shots. This is some whiskey, Japanese whiskey, expensive bottle. My man, we gotta take it slow. Oh, the Hammer 56, which is okay, I'm French Canadian. Which is John, I think, from, is it? No, it's John. Matt is that other guy. Is John from Sick on Cinema podcast, which they're always awesome. I listen to them all week. If you want to go back, John, a couple minutes, I shouted you out pretty hard. Okay, keep bringing us the Japanese titles. And did you ever watch Hobgoblins? Hobgoblins is around here. No, okay, you can't see my Vinegar Syndrome titles right now, but it's up there. It's up there. It's holding my Vinegar Syndrome collection. I haven't seen it yet. I am waiting to get some of my friends together, have some drinks, have some beers, have some of that devil's lettuce, and watching terrible movies, which Hobgoblins is up there. Raw Force is my favorite to introduce my friends to terrible movies. Raw Force is just some fun, and I hope Hobgoblins can be. I mean, it's a ripoff of Gremlins, then Critters ripped that off, or was it Ghoulies? It's a ripoff of a ripoff that's already pretty shitty, so it must be fucking terrible. That's some good whiskey. That's some fucking good whiskey. So anyways, here's my screen. Oh, it's pretty hard. So I have this ready to get some hot takes about some goddamn horror franchise, and some of them aren't even franchises. Like some of them are like one movie and then it got a remake, and that's what they call a franchise. But anyways, I'm ready to review some horror franchises, and you guys just keep asking questions if you're still listening. So I added 2 categories to the tier list. So SS, which is not the Nazi SS, it means Super Saiyan. That's just above S. That's like some perfect shit. That's some top tier 10 out of 10 series would bang. That's SS. S is like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it's pretty good, but it's not perfect. A is pretty good. B is, yeah, good. C is decent. D is bad. E is very bad, F is terrible, and then I added KMS, which is not kilometers, but it's kill myself. So it's if it's franchises that I'd rather kill myself to instead of rewatching a singular film. And don't remember, I feel like a lot of people are gonna judge my the films, the series, the franchises I haven't seen yet. But look at my channel videos. I do not talk about mainstream horror franchises. If you want to see that, go subscribe to Dead Meat. This is about some weird, obscure indie like movies. So don't be surprised if I haven't seen something like, I don't know, what's one that everyone has seen that I've never seen? Scanners or Lake Placid or stuff like that. Scanners I should watch because big Cronenberg fan. But don't be surprised if I haven't seen some, or Candyman. Don't be surprised if I haven't seen those yet. Anyways, let's start with something that I had to remind myself was an actual series, which is The Exorcist. Because there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. 1 is awesome. 3 is pretty good. Well, it's awesome. 3 is great. And 2 is god awful. So I think The Exorcist, my first S tier. The first and the third one are so great. The Thing, now that's the, like, I haven't seen the original, I haven't seen the 2011 remake, but so I'm just gonna base that on the 1980s John Carpenter Thing, and that's SS tiers. I think for now, everyone agrees, every horror fan in the comments are gonna be happy with this one. The Thing, SS, The Exorcist, S. Alright, we're good. Don't hate me right now? Okay, perfect. Friday the 13th. Now for 80s slashers, Friday the 13th is good. It's the red-headed stepchild. Like, you're you love him. You love him, but he's basically made of your wife's ex's your wife's ex's cum. So you don't like him as much as something like Nightmare on Elm Street, but you still like him. But he's trashy, you know? He smokes cigarettes, he drinks at like 12, he does coke, like he's trouble, but you still love him. So, A tier. A tier. Friday the 13th is probably like my second favorite of the big slashers, just because it's so trashy, and 1 to 4 are actually pretty good movies, and then you just have 5, which was directed by the guy who did Savage Streets with Linda Blair, and that's 42nd Street trash filmmaking at its finest, and that for that reason only, it's probably why it's A tier, because it's trashy, it's funny, it's great. Fucking love that series. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've only seen the first one. If anyone has seen all of them, can you please let me know? Because I I know the reputation that the second and third one have, but I like the first one. I really like the first one, but just for the reputation, I'll have C tier. Resident Evil. Yeah, I don't think anyone is gonna argue with that one. The Fly. Now, the original Fly series is pretty great, and the 2 remakes from the 80s are pretty good too. I would say The Fly is easy A tier, just because there's 2 separate franchises and they're both really, really great. So that's pretty much A tier material. It's a fun series. The gore in the 80s one, it's great. And the original one is just some great 50s, 60s sci-fi without the cheese. There's a bit of cheese, but there's not like a ton of cheese. It's like a cheese pizza from like Domino's instead of like Pizza Hut. I don't even know if that's a good comparison. I haven't had Pizza Hut since I shat my diapers. Candyman, haven't seen that one. What's this? Camp Blood? No. No. What the fuck do I look like? The Howling, Human Centipede, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Boogeyman. Now, I haven't seen the 80s one by Umi Lamel, but it's by Umi Lamel, so it's probably shit. And the 2000s, wow. Congrats, Boogeyman. You are the first that I would consider suicide before rewatching any of the entries in your goddamn franchise. Boogeyman, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It is trash. Lake Placid. Anything 90s I haven't seen, by the way. I fucking hate 90s horror. Don't hate me. I fucking hate 90s horror. Open Water. This is just a list of shit I haven't seen. Evil Dead, easy S tier. First Evil Dead, masterpiece. Second Evil Dead, even better. Third Evil Dead, fantasy film, not even horror. But the first two, SS, Super Saiyan, that shit's fucking great. Shit's great. Fucking hot. This is just gonna degenerate. Alright, Terror Toons. Is that even a franchise? No, there's one. It's not a franchise. Person who made that tier list? It's from... Oh, wow. Wow. That's surely gonna be a masterpiece. Why is it on there? Scary Movie. E tier. The first one made me laugh. I basically discovered when I was young a lot of horror series that are now like that I've watched, but after the second one it just became a spoof movie of everything. Not even horror. I think like the third one there's a Spartan reference, like supposed to be spoofs of horror movies, terrible spoofs of horror movies. I think that everyone would agree with me on Scary Movie being E tier, just because, you know, that first one, like, I remember from being a kid, I was getting, my babysitter was upstairs, and I opened TVA, which is a channel in Quebec that plays movies on Saturdays, because boomers are sleeping or they're outside doing their gardening. And you know, my babysitter's upstairs, and I just opened the TV, and it's the scene where Scream, the ghost face, stabs the girl's tits, and he pulls out her implant. And just for that, it's not gonna go in F tier, because I have this vivid memory, and not a lot of movies did that for me. Not a lot of movies I watched as like a 4-year-old boy that made such an impact on me, and probably made me a little horny back in that day. Probably, not really. I mean, he stabs the tits, but that was my first time seeing that, you know, implants exist, which they do, boys. But like I always say, if you can touch them, they're real. So that was my first discovery of implants, and ever since, I've never been able to quit. Wishmaster, The Lost Boys. That's not a franchise. There's one movie. And like I said, 90s shit, no thank you. Ginger Snaps, I should. Feast, no. Why? I Spit on Your Grave. Now again, that's one that's split in two sub-series. The original then Déjà Vu, which I haven't seen Déjà Vu, and then there's the remakes, which I've seen the first one, second one, not the third one. So the first one is it's an exploitation classic. It's the guy Ambrosi, Danny Ambrosi. You said what got you into these types of films? I Spit on Your Grave was probably my first one after Cannibal Holocaust. My brother gave that to me on Christmas when I was like 15 or 16. I have a great brother. Two Lost Boys. Okay. Second one is terrible. I'm gonna listen to you, and you're probably right. I will not be watching, and there's a remake coming soon. I won't even be watching the original. I don't care about Lost Boys. I don't care about most 90s stuff. So yeah, I Spit on Your Grave. It introduced me to the exploitation films I love today. The remake is not bad. The second one, it could be better. I'll give it a B tier, just for me. I know, don't hate me. Phantasm. Nightmare on Elm Street. It's S tier. S tier, yeah. Don't even feel like I need to defend that one. I mean, you have no reason. No, I don't. Fuck the Lost Boys. Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't even feel like I should defend that one. It's great. There's not a lot of bad ones. I'm coming up to the bad one. Alien, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for Alien. I'm not a sci-fi fan, okay? I don't like sci-fi. I like sci-fi when it's cheesy and it's mixed with horror. Alien is mixed with horror, but it lacks the cheese. If you ask me, would you rather watch Alien or watch what's that Roger Corman one? Mutant or Galaxy Invaders? Just tip it. I'm trying to. Can't see with the red behind me, but yeah, any Roger Corman Alien ripoff, I would rather have the Roger Corman ripoff. Alien, I just don't like. I just don't like that much. I appreciate what it means. I appreciate Ripley. Appreciate the first, second one. I just don't care about it. The Blob. There is the original The Blob from 1950s. There's Beware of the Blob, the 70s. Then there is the 80s Blob. And original Blob and remake Blob. Two of the finest horror movies from their era. I really like the 80s remake. It's one of my favorite 80s films. Omen. Let's see. And I'm a big fan of 70s stuff. I'm surprised I haven't seen Omen. Critters. That's F tier. Critters suck. Sorry. I always confuse Critters with Ghoulies. I haven't seen Critters yet. Where's Ghoulies? Is there Ghoulies on there? I'm just gonna say right now, Ghoulies sucks. It's terrible. I've only seen two. The first one, if it wasn't for that second one, it would be in KMS. But that second one saved you from the KMS. The Hitcher Evans. Cloverfield. I feel like this one's gonna be controversial too, but E tier. I didn't care for the found footage revival from the mid 2000s. I feel like found footage needs to stay in the late 90s, early 90s, and early 2000s for it to really make sense. Ever since we've got high-speed internet and HD cameras, in my mind it just doesn't make any sense. There's almost no reason in the first Cloverfield, there's almost no reason for the guy to be filming. He's just filming to make the plot move along. And that just rubs my wrong testicle. I don't like that. In my review of Muzani, And I didn't mention it in Tumbling Doll of Flesh, but both those films, even though Tumbling Doll of Flesh did not always make sense for it to have a camera, Muzani made 100% sense, and most of Tumbling Doll of Flesh made perfect sense why they were filming. Most of Cloverfield doesn't make any sense. Children of the Corn. Why are we even asking? We're not gonna debate. It's not a debate, Jerry. Children of the Corn sucks. I'm right. Creepshow. Now this one is gonna, if you're still listening, guys, let me know in the comments in the live chat, where would you have put Creepshow? I'm gonna put it in D tier. Ghoulies go to college. Them must be smart then. Alright, John, just for that, you win. But yeah. Creepshow D tier. Come at me, bro. I'm gonna defend this one. First Creepshow is I don't like Creepshow. I know, John, you're a big fan. I know it brought you back to horror, but I just can't. I can't even explain why. I just tried to watch it. Maybe it was my mindset. I was bored out of my mind. Then I watched the second one, and same thing. They just do nothing for me. These movies. None of them. And I've only put it in D, because I know a lot of people in the community love Creepshow. It has 1,000 no, not even. There's big error releases. People shat their pants when they announced the second one, which is worse than the first one. Why are people getting excited? Just people shit their pants for Creepshow. And I just watch it, and I'm like, it's a above average anthology film. Now you can all unsubscribe from me. I know what you did last summer. I'm coming up. Where's Scream? Let's get this shit out of the way. I already had everyone hate me because of my Creepshow comments. So might as well make people hate me more. Scream is easy KMS. I fucking hate Scream. I don't like Scream. I don't like how it... You shut up the phone. I don't like Scream. I don't know. I don't like how it made every goddamn 90s slasher meta, PG-13. It created this new genre, which I was glad. I was so happy when Saw Hostel came along and just stop it with your shitty meta PG-13 slashers. They are not clever. You are not smart because you're referencing another movie in your movie. It's god awful. I fucking despise Scream. The first one is okay. The second, third one, don't even want to talk about it. The fourth one is an insult to anyone who calls himself a horror fan. Wes Craven, is he dead? Rest in peace. I love you. Scream was your worst effort. So is Nightmare on Elm Street, the one that's meta and shit. Brother, you made some of the best movies. You made some of the best horror exploitation films. Why did you have to ruin your legacy with teenage PG-13 meta slasher that thinks they're clever because you understand that's we talk about horror movies here. Don't ever reference a better movie in your movie, because I'm always thinking, shit, I should be watching Halloween. fuck? Scream sucks my left nut. Fuck that movie. Alright, The Brotherhood. What is that? Terror Brotherhood. I don't think that's the one, guys. Is it? It's the 2001. Is it? Is it though? Is it? That's not that. This one actually doesn't sound too bad. Daughter of Mafia Kingpin. That sounds great. Bro. Okay. The Brotherhood. Horror movie. Yeah. Okay. Why? First of all, it's not a franchise. It's one movie. And why are we... Why is this on this tier list? Why is the one movie, this movie in particular from David Dakota, why is this one in this tier list and not the rest of his filmography? At this point, just put everything. Just put that fucking shitty that shitty movie talking about David Dakota that doesn't really say a lot. I don't know, just any David. Why is that on the tier list? That's terrible. Oh god. I feel like ABCs of Death. It's why? It's hard. It's a hard one to rate because anthology movies in general are hard to rate. ABCs of Death, it's pretty good. It's pretty hard because there's some good ones, or some great ones, and then there's F is for fart. It's a detour. I like the first one. I like the second one. They're not great movies. But they're okay. Sorry. I feel like I don't talk enough about the movies, but then again, look at everything we have. We have so many goddamn movies. Then I lost my chat. I'm retarded. We have so many goddamn movies to get through. And I feel like I'm just gonna be done like very soon with this shit because it's getting tedious. Hostel. Hostel C. The first one is good. Second one is a remake of the first one, but with girls. So that means more titties. But not Japanese titties, just regular titties. And the third one is terrible. The third one is one of the worst movies from that year. Blade, I haven't seen. Shake, Rattle, Roll. What even is that? Okay, I'll just speed round. Hellraiser. The first and the second one are good, are great. After that, it's it's a detour. The Hills Have Eyes. The first one's great. Second one blows. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm done with this tier list shit. There's too much stuff. A lot of it doesn't make sense. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that Scream sucks. That's all you can get from that tier list, is that Scream sucks, and The Thing and the Evil Dead are basically gonna be the only Super Saiyan or SS tiers or SS ones in that tier list. Reanimator is an easy S, but other than that, I don't feel like talking. Like My Bloody Valentine, the remake's good, the original's good. That's an S. Quarantine, please no. Haunted House can suck my asshole. The 1,000 Corpse, which is the Firefly family trilogy, that's an easy, like, E tier. Rob Zombie can lick my boy pussy. He does not like Scream. No, no, Grindhouse Funhouse. I despise Scream. I fucking hate Scream. Scream. I hate Scream. Don't know what I gave to Scream on IMDb. I'm not on Letterboxd really. What did I give the first Scream? And I'll be 100% honest with you guys, because I feel like when I was younger, yeah. Younger me gave that a 7. Younger me is retarded. Younger me wanted to blend in with the rest of the horror fan base. So, modern me is gonna give that a 3. Solid 3. Just for Wes Craven. Just for my homie. Other than that, Scream can suck my balls. And yeah. Like, there's a problem with this right now. Known for Nightmare on Elm Street, understandable. Have a good night. Have a nice day. Scream, New Nightmare. Scream and New Nightmare. 2 of his worst fucking movies. No, Danny, I am not drunk. This is just my first, and it's not even an ounce. I'm just French Canadian. I get emotional over stuff that means nothing. Cause that's how we are. It's cause of you guys. Cause of the fucking British. You cunts. But no, I'm not drunk. This is just it's just for fun. But I hate Scream with a passion. And Wes Craven's New Nightmare can suck my farts. But yeah. Other than that, like this, I just don't understand this tier list. Jurassic Park, that's just a blockbuster. I guess it has some horror elements. Bikini Bloodbath. Why? Why? What is that? Is it another goddamn David Dakota film? There's a Christmas. Oh, fuck. What? Oh, my music's not playing. There was a Christmas Bikini Bloodbath. I need to watch that trailer. Let's watch this together, boys. Let's watch just yeah, okay, that one. I'm just gonna look at the sound there.
You look like a homeless man in a wig.
F you, pig.
But you do. Welcome to my party!
That's from, okay, it's from 2009. Different.
My name is Gina Davis.
You have a butthole.
Force them, yeah!
No, they're dead, you dumb.
This is why I stopped believing in God.
To God, why you're
I wouldn't be able to. My mouth would be full.
Christmas Evil. Is Christmas Evil a good movie? Christmas Evil is a fun movie. It's good. It's good. It's good. There's always this debate whenever you bring that up between Christmas Evil and Silent Night, Deadly Night, because obviously similar themes. I prefer Silent Night, Deadly Night just because I prefer the 80s slasher vibe. Christmas Evil is actually not really a slasher. I think it's from the 70s, and it's not your typical slasher. It's way more of a character study that was promoted. Okay, 80. That was promoted as a slasher. You can see I gave it a 6. It was promoted as a slasher film. But it's not really a slasher film. It's way more of a character study of a man on the verge of, well, not the verge, a literal mental breakdown. And it's pretty interesting. I like Vinegar Syndrome puts out a lot of 70s character studies. And a lot of them are pretty awesome. I would highly recommend. Do not answer the phone. I have to double check, but the one of the photographer, Double Exposure is insanely amazing. A lot of character studies from the 70s that were sadly forgotten or commercialized as hardcore slasher. And I think Christmas Evil, if you forget the marketing campaign and you see it as a psychological character study, it's a pretty decent film. What movies did I watch recently? We're gonna play a fun game of I gave Prisoners of the Ghostland a 6. I get a lot of 7s and 8s just because I'm very easy to please. I start at a 7 when I rate movies, and it goes down or up depending on how much I enjoyed that particular film. So, Guilty of Romance, Goldfish, Malignant. Did you guys like Malignant? I'm gonna throw it back to you, to the chat. Did you enjoy? Did you care about Malignant? While I drink my very heavy booze. It's heavy as fuck. No comments on Malignant yet? Oh, I'm not there in the video. It's funny because I see myself and there's like a minute delay. So this part's gonna be silent. So yeah, just some movies I watched recently. Get Even is a pretty good, so bad it's good. So yeah. Just some movies I watched. Night of the Creeps is amazing. No Malignant comment yet. Disco Path. That movie fucking sucks. What's something fun that we can do? Alright. I'm gonna talk. I feel like anyone like me who does these types of videos needs to talk about the goddamn disturbing movie Iceberg. I know, it's a heavy topic around here. It's a heavy topic around here, boys. It was a chore to sit through to get to the last 20 minutes of bloodshed. That wasn't that interesting to begin with. So yes, I assume you're talking about Malignant. You're not talking about the disturbing movie Iceberg, because that's a drag from start to finish. Yeah, Malignant just felt like James Wan was just like, you know what? I made billions for Warner Bros. So let's just make the shittiest fucking movie I can. And it's tonally. Is it a comedy? Am I supposed to take it seriously? Am I supposed to laugh? Why is the crime scene photographer paramedic having a romantic like thing with the main cop. Why is she always there? Is it a small town of like 2 people that just happens to have a murderous twin psychopath from another dimension? What's the point of that shitty movie? And the last 20 minutes of like the Matrix mixed with Basket Case. I'm just gonna watch Basket Case. And if I want to see a kung fu movie with my Basket Case, I have a bunch of kung fu movies. I'll just watch a kung fu movie. Why are we supposed to think he wasn't on the joke? I'm not sure. James Wan made serious films until Malignant. Like, The Conjuring is serious, Insidious is serious, Dead Silence serious. There is some comedic, like, some comedic moments to just, you know, calm the suspense parts. But he made every movie serious, and then he made this, which is as serious as, I don't know, a fucking clown in a clinic of cancerous children. I don't know. But that movie sucked. Like, I was trying to get into the hype. I'm like, did I miss something? No, I didn't miss anything. That movie is shit. Anyways, let's talk about the disturbing movie Iceberg. Now, it's not something I want to do. It is exactly it is absolutely something I want to do. So tweets like I googled image disturbing movie Iceberg, and I found a picture because I wanted the picture as a reference because I plan to shoot the shit about the disturbing movie Iceberg. So I get on Google Images, and I see this. I found this. This is the picture. This is what basically got a lot of people involved in the disturbing movie revival, I guess, that happened a few months ago. Thanks, Wendy Goon. Good video, but goddamn, did it bring out a lot of children, like these Iceberg videos tend to do, and a lot of judgment, and that's what I don't like. That's what I really don't like. As a community, and I'll put back the fucking music. Like, just loop, boy. So that's what I didn't like. It brought judgment to the community. Now the fucked up movies, the extreme cinema community is a very small niche group of people on the internet, and all of you are in on it, and I love all of you. But it brought judgment. It brought judgment from obviously children, obviously people outside the extreme. You know, a lot of people were already into horror and then were introduced to the extreme with this type of shit. And it's just a misrepresentation of what we are about. We are not about these goddamn mixtapes that are just recycled shitty fucking content from gore sites. Like, if you want to see gore, you can see gore on the internet. So, we are not a bunch of degenerates that masturbate to Snuff R73, which does not fucking exist. Yeah, okay, yeah, John, I'm gonna be coming back to that. So, yeah, it's a misrepresentation of what we are about, and tweets like this, to go back to you, John, tweets like this, I'm gonna try to make my best, American white girl impression. I've seen all the movies from the disturbing movie Iceberg. That's not a flex. Half of it is straight up snuff, LOL. It's fucking not. It's not. First of all, let's see the textbook definition of snuff film. A snuff film is a genre or video that purports to show scenes of actual homicide. Promotion of these films depend on sensational claims that are generally impossible to prove, and they are sophisticated special effects for simulating movies. Murder. So, actually describe more the pseudo snuff, but yeah, so the description basically of a snuff film, a real snuff film, is the distribution of a murder, of actual murder, to sexualize it, and basically it's a subcategory of pornography, and it's murder on film for the intent of profit. Gore videos are not snuff. They're not. Some of them can be, but it's not because it's a gore video that it makes it a snuff film. Snuff implies the distribution and commercializing of the films. So straight up, mixtapes are not snuff. There are a mix of gore videos found on the internet that are distributed, but the intent is not profit. They do sell them, but it's not profit. It's not mass marketing, and it's not even niche marketing. It's a very tight-knit. And disturbing movies, in my opinion, are movies. Scripted films. Scripted sequence of image with sound. Pornography is a type of film, yes, but it is not. I wouldn't call porn like porn. I mean, not some of the fetish short films that I talk about that are experimental or story driven. I mean, porn for the sake of porn is not in the same class as a movie. Like, yes, vomit, enema, ecstasy is more disturbing than Cannibal Holocaust. But in my mind, vomit, enema, ecstasy does not classify as a film in the same way that Cannibal Holocaust does. Cannibal Holocaust is a scripted. It's a film that was written, directed, and had a story, actors, props, blah blah blah. Vomit, enema, ecstasy is people vomiting and shitting on them, on each other, and it's a pornography. And my favorite reply from that tweet is this:
Wait for something evil to come kick our asses!
Scene from Necrophiles, which is tier 5, and if you understand the concept of iceberg, which I don't I don't know if it's by obscurity, and they clearly organized it by genre, and what they assumed was the more hardcore genres at the end, but just this Necrophiles is just some shitty amateur short film or feature. I don't know what Necrophiles is, and the fact that this is a disturbing movie, Iceberg. We're getting to the joke, guys. I'm sorry about my rant, and that probably made no sense because English is my second language, but the fact that we have a disturbing movie, Iceberg, and Annabelle is on there. Just want you to take a moment to appreciate the absurdity of the fact that this disturbing movie Iceberg features a PG-13 jump scare fest in the Conjuring universe. Now I know it's supposed to, you know, signify it's the top tier, it's you know, the basic stuff that we all know, and I just saw that Scream is also on there. No. Stop reminding me of that god-awful film. And then you have the second tier, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes, Saw, House of a Thousand Corpses, Hostel, Tusk, like, these are well known, but I wouldn't say they're like easy films to watch. So if we're going on disturbingness, like Hostel is way more disturbing than, I don't know, something like Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is just a cyberpunk Japanese film with some industrial noise music. And why is the Human Centipede top tier and Human Centipede 2 bottom tier? This is just dumb. And then you have this. This is my favorite tier. The one under stuff like The Taming of Rebecca. Taming of Rebecca is a 70s roughie. There is this: Traces of Death, Faces of Death, Mondo Kane, Junk Film, Africa Audio, Buried in the Sand, Orozco, Death File Red, Banned from Television, The Dark Side of Porn. If you... I'm just gonna show you how disturbing and dark that film is. Oh, how strange. It's a BBC documentary that you can watch on YouTube. That's really disturbing, because I get my most of my disturbing movies, I get them from YouTube. It's just dumb. Oh yeah, no, it's age restricted, so I guess it's pretty obscure. And oh, that's just depressing. Just want to bust a nut, being calm. Me and my slaves. That's fun. This one's not even age restricted.
Say 15, you can get hand way out. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be like that.
It's a BBC documentary. It's called.
Ripped off giving gay sex at the age of 19.
Pardon me?
Ripped off giving gay sex at the age of 19.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. So that was my little iceberg rant that probably did not make sense, but still wanted to talk about it. And now our little vamp girl. Not here to make fun of people, but vamp girl here. A narco leftist. I'm a piece of shit, guys. Okay, to everyone, like, oh my god, you're just finding out about these? I'm not just finding out about it, but I've been seeing people brag about watching everything on here, and it's fucking weird. Also, to everyone saying, let people enjoy things. Okay, let me enjoy judging the fuck out of you for liking this weird shit. Not judging you because you're a narco leftist, so why judge me because I really enjoyed Tumbling Doll of Flesh. Little vampire girl. Please don't bite me. Don't want to be a vampire. Don't like vampires. They scare me. They fucking scare me. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's because people like that. Anyways. been a fun stream. I'll probably I wanted to do one last thing before letting you people move along to your regular Thursday night activities. If you're in Canada, if you're in my time zone, it's getting pretty late. It's getting late, and I don't mind. But one last thing I wanted to discuss. Not my addiction to nicotine. That's a subject for another. It's a subject for another video. I'll just cut the music because Daddy wants to talk. Daddy wants to talk seriously. So, 100 subscribers. What does that mean? Talked about it a bit in my introduction to this video, and it means really nothing when you think about it. 102. Thanks for whoever subscribed during this. And honestly, it's a pretty small number, but I'm just very happy because I started back this channel getting how do I say it? I know vaping is bad, sorry. It's that or cigarettes, honestly. Both of them are terrible. Well, I still do them. So, I restarted this channel about, when was my comeback video? Yeah, the Arrow video Easter cell. So 5 months ago. So it's been a while, and it's been a pretty wild adventure ever since then. Not a guy who cares about numbers. Just the fact that I have people watching this right now, chatting. That just because honestly, I thought this stream would just be me talking to myself, and then just me cutting some stuff for my channel later on. And I realized that I'm too French Canadian for that, and I'm all over the place, and I'm sweating like a pig. So I probably won't be uploading a lot of these. I'll put it back as a VOD so you guys can watch it afterwards if you missed some stuff. But it's just, I'm not a numbers guy. I don't really care about views that much. Any project I do it for myself. And me coming back to this channel was 100% for myself. I was coming back from a very, very dark period in my life. 2020 wasn't easy for any of us. 2020 was certainly not easy for me. And I went into a lot of dark paths. Honestly, nicotine is probably my least problematic addiction. Compared to 2020, this is pretty tame. But I came back from a bad place, and I just thought to myself, I'm restarting to enjoy watching movies, because 2020, I couldn't tell you how many movies I watched. It probably was under 100 or under 90. That's bad for me, because usually in a year it's between 300, 400. So I didn't enjoy watching movies. I didn't enjoy anything. I didn't enjoy hanging out with my friends. I didn't enjoy playing video games. I didn't enjoy waking up. I didn't enjoy life. So when I started back enjoying movies, I decided to restart my channel. And I'm like, let's restart with Arrow videos, Cell, unboxing video, pretty simple. Pretty easy stuff. So just the amount of support and I've been getting recently, it's just been insane. And when I started back, like I said, 5 months ago, I had 25 subscribers. Not even. I had 25, and nobody, not a single soul came back, other than Grindhouse Funhouse. Sorry, I gotta answer this. I'll be back. I rate really. So yeah, just typical shitty stuff. So I just want to say, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to say thank you if you're still around. Thank you for the last months. They've been crazy. I just love seeing the comments. I try to answer to all of them. Sometimes I just don't know what to answer. Sometimes, and a lot of people don't answer back, so I feel like should I have answered that even? But I read all the comments. Don't worry if you've commented. I've read it. I've probably liked it, and it's just been an awesome year, and I've been discovering that the extreme community, thank you, John, they're just made up of amazing people. And that's why I was so passionate about that that shitty fucking iceberg, is because it makes us look bad. And I don't want anybody to make us look bad. You 100 people that subscribe to me, you're my goddamn children. And I will protect you in the schoolyard from all the bullies. All the, like, normal people who, like, Scream. I'll protect you from any Scream fan in your comments that tell you, do you actually enjoy that shit? I'll be there. I'll fucking punch their throats. Fucking slice their throats and shit down their necks. I'll pee in their mouth. So, yeah. Just, thank you guys. And to conclude this live stream, where I've just been all over the place, Papa Spooky, yes. Papa Spooky est là et il va vous défendre. Je vais vous défendre avec tout le pouvoir que j'ai. Now, that no one understood. Do you think some of the movies you watch affect your moods? Oh, great question, because Tumbling Doll of Flesh, between you and me, we're family here, so no judging. That movie made me feel like shit after I watched it. For the whole day. I usually shoot my videos in the early afternoons, just because lighting is great. I have my window, so that's just technical stuff. Sorry guys if I'm getting too technical. I kind of do this as a job. But the window, the lighting, everything's good. So, and I watch what I do is I watch the movie one time or 2 times, depending on the movie, and then I review them. And I write some stuff, write some basic stuff. I don't really write the entire video. All I do is write like 1 or 2 jokes. And 1 p.m. last Saturday, I decided to watch Tumbling Doll of Flesh. And that, I think you can see it in the review. A bit of narcissism here. I'll just pop that review on. Out during the reference to heroin addicts who are looking for so much so that for the first this is not my happy face time in this entire series, so I'll just go on the actual video. How do I even addicts who are looking for that? Like, if you've seen that video, week's review, you've probably seen that video. Okay, yeah. There is no jokes in there. Is a much lighter film, Flower and Snake, which is a pretty. But like this, and this is the face of someone who contemplates everything wrong, everything they did wrong up to that point. And I enjoyed that film. It's just the second act, the BDSM scene. I can't. I have. We all have our breaking points, right? Some people is straight up like gore. They find gore disturbing. I find non-consensual relationships pretty hard to watch, and that second act kicked my ass. I said in the video, I had, for like the first time on my channel since I restarted it, I had to take a break. Like, I couldn't keep on watching that movie. Then I finished it, and the third act kind of picks up. It's just gore, so that doesn't bother me per se. But all that day I was cooking, I was just hanging out with friends, and that just killed my mood for the entire day. So thank you for the questions. Yes, it does, but rarely. I would say Tumbling in All of Flesh was the first one to do so, really. Other than that, yeah, all the other movies, they make me happy, you know. Muzan-e made me super happy. That made me giggle. Love Dump made me happy. Entrails of a Beautiful Woman made me happy. Barf Bunny, I had to say, was hard to watch sometimes. Can't wait for Terrible Meal. I'm gonna end my fucking life. But yeah. So, before letting you guys go, there's Brotherhood on my screen. Before letting you guys go, I wanted to watch some horror content, cause I'm a horror channel, and I wanted to roast some shitty. I wanted to roast some shitty horror content on YouTube. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I am going to roast some shitty ass content, and it's the end of the stream, so it'll pick up, it'll be fun. It'll be fun there. So my reference for shitty horror content is Nuke's Top 5s. So whoa, it's already starting. So I just like the titles. They're so absurd. They're top 5 ghost videos so scary you'll cry like a big ol' baby. Will I? 10 scary videos of ghosts and creepy things. You just gave up. It's like, you know what? It's creepy, it's scary. It's 10 scary ghost videos. Top 5 ghost videos that'll scare everybody. Can some of you southern boys help me with my pronunciation of everybody? 5 ghosts so scary you'll cry into your stinky... My pillow's not stinky. Nuke's Top 5. I don't ejaculate on it.
Look at her. She's harmless.
Maniac.
Shut.
Oh shit.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
Oh no.
Really haunted.
Oh no.
Lee from the YouTube channel Really Haunted lives in a house in England that seems to be a hotspot of paranormal activity. Lee has become somewhat of a regular featured channel on my top 5s as the activity in his home.
You just... No. Chills. Nuke's Top 5 is Stanley Kubrick compared to Chills. Chills I like because of the irony. The irony. I don't mind Chills as much because I feel like he knows what he's doing. But his goddamn 10 scare videos that'll even scare the devil. Oh shit. It's just a girl with glasses and a reflection. Oh, was I supposed to look at the ghost? Cause kind of distracted by the jiggle physics in this one. Number 15.
What are you afraid of? From
What are you afraid of?
shadow people to demon stalkers, these top 10 scary videos will even What are you afraid of? From shadow people to demon stalkers, these
From shadow people to demon stalkers.
top 10 scary videos will even scare the devil. Number
Even scare
10,
the
Genevieve's
devil.
Monster. You always want your children to have friends, but phantom friends
No, I do not want my children to have friends. I don't have them, they won't either.
are probably not your preference. Posted to TikTok by Genevieve's
Just kids in general are scary. I don't like kids.
Monster and reported on by The Sun. This TikToker heard her
By the sun. Okay, I'll stop.
daughter Marley having a playdate in an empty home. When she calls Marley into the room, a mysterious shadow figure crossed the hallway before her daughter entered.
That's clearly just their second child, and they're like, just walk behind him.
Marley, come here.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
Shadows. Next time you think you're alone dancing, make sure you're not secretly being watched by a scary audience of one. Published by J Much in September of 2021, a young woman is dancing to a song for a video when something unexpected enters the frame. Watch closely in the darkness of the closet behind her. A scary figure with a black hood and pale face is peering out at her right over her shoulder. The figure doesn't move and is obsessed.
How can you take this seriously? It makes the best high quality content for us. Fucking hell. What do you watch?
Scared by darkness, but is suggested to be a demon or a ghost.
Just takes videos from another website and narrates them with his weird voice. Top 10.
Do you think that's really what this mysterious object is?
Well, that's either the reflection of something else or clearly just...
Or could it simply be something in the closet caught at just...
It's just... I didn't figure it was her closet. I thought it was the door to her. No, it's literally just a piece of clothing. It's clothing, man. It's not haunted clothing. It's clothing. Okay, this
The djinn appears to have a grayish face and indistinct features.
That's a homeless person. Like if
No, that did not just happen.
Abandoned places. You ever listen? What? This raps. Now I'm just gonna have a bunch of chills videos. Chills raps. Chills raps. Don't tell me chills raps. It's ironic, right? Tell me it's ironic. It must be ironic. It has to be.
Absent mind. Tripping on me, went on my way. I've been alright, I've been like good, I've been okay. You wanna go, already know, fly like a J. Baby, it's fine, scary times if you wait. I guess today I really stopped caring. Close to the edge, I feel you tearing. Truth in the lies, but you lack me.
I would like to bash it, but I've heard way worse. I've heard way worse from SoundCloud rappers.
Now the dreams, you know, I'm
like I was expecting. Top 15 has to be a joke.
Manger de la poussière au déjeuner. Se faire des ampoules et encore des ampoules. Ça en vaut la peine lorsque vous pouvez compter sur plus de 1600 outils et accessoires pour maîtriser tous vos projets. Mastercraft.
No clue what can
fetish, pockets full of relish. I bet you you hella jealous. I'm the #1 scariest. When it comes to giving chills, I'm the fair.
I don't like. Stick to the creepy video.
Moments later, they hear footsteps again, a loud thump, and other random noises.
It is weird up here.
He knows he's messing around. Like he's making content for babies.
Sounds like it's coming from behind him, and then the laughter again. Turn to this haunted hollow. After these events, I completely understand. The final scare sent him out the door, never to return to this haunted hollow after.
What is that? The hauntings of the juggalos?
Heard during the live episode, but cannot be heard during the recording.
Yeah, no, let's go back to Nuke.
Home just seems to get more and more violent. Now, if you want to see what I'm talking about, I highly recommend that you check out Lee's channel, where he shares all the evidence.
I'll talk, as someone who I'm not a special effects expert.
Lee has become someone of a regular featured channel on my top 5s as the activity in his home just seems to get more and more violent. Now, if you want to see what I'm talking about, I highly recommend that you.
What you do is you take a rope, a cord, like a fishing line, and you just pull.
You check out Lee's channel.
And the cameras are static, right? So you just copy your layer and you just take out the rope, the fishing line, and you just rotoscope the fishing line.
Where he shares all the evidence that he's captured over the last 2 years. So, in a shocking new video that Lee has uploaded, the paranormal entity that terrorizes his family is captured once again. Lee and his wife Stacy are fast asleep in bed.
Like I should start another channel and just tell my subscribers, be like, yeah, I made this shitty haunted house channel. Go check it out and just
and then
like basic after
this happens.
This happens. What happens? What is that? Oh, it's a blur. It's a blur. It's a shadow of someone who pulled her.
Why?
It's pretty easy to figure out.
Lee's encounters with the paranormal.
Mira.
¿Qué fue eso, Lisa? No sé, creo que lo vimos todos, lo tienen todos en su... Estaba allá, güey, salió de allá.
Esa sí fue la niña, está como jugando.
Salió de aquí, güey. Aquí estaba, ay, güey.
¿Oíste?
Just seems to fall over on its own. The group heads further into the backyard of the creepy country home. What happens next is truly chilling.
Mira, eso debió de haber sido.
It's truly chilling.
Como un riachuelito que hicieron, ¿verdad?
Atrás.
Is that the scary cameraman's shadow? Is that the scary?
Pareciera como alguien.
Why do you have a big ass rock that blocks your thing to get into your pool?
Dentro, ¿verdad?
Sí. Escucha algo allá adentro. Ay, güey. A ver, ve. Sí, vi algo.
Pareciera que alguien se asomó, ¿verdad?
Ay, güey. A ver, ve. A ver, corre. Para allá. Aquí, güey.
It's a skunk.
Sí, vi algo.
Pareciera que alguien se asomó, ¿verdad?
Fucking skunk, stop. It's a skunk.
Streets of Lotta.
This video's 30 minutes long. Boy. That's a long ass video. You'll quit the internet. Don't think I will.
Did you know? Young adults with disabilities have a harder
That's why I can't get a job.
time getting hired. Break down barriers by sharing your
ghosts caught on camera, hanging around. Japanese paranormal investigator Gachan from the YouTube channel Clip Store sets out to investigate a creepy old abandoned house in Nagasaki, Japan. The house is said to be extremely haunted. Locals claim that there is a sinister curse on the property after a family mysteriously passed away inside the home under absolutely horrible circumstances. Almost passed away inside.
Nagasaki. Here, you can just fact check that. Yep, all I can find is the Setagaya murders. Don't think that's the thing. Evaporating people, yeah. Okay. Okay, keep on going.
Inside the home under absolutely horrible circumstances almost 15 years ago. Achan from the YouTube channel Clip Store sets out to investigate a creepy old abandoned house in Nagasaki, Japan.
Calendar.
Oh, thank you. We have something else. Let's see. 2007. Nope. You guys are full of shit. Yeah.
14年前からこの状態ってことですね。まあ確かに置いてあるものが時代を感じるというか VHS だもんね。
Unexplained footsteps. Someone walked. I love this. Unexplained. Someone walked. What makes
もし
footsteps?
ここでね。うわえ包丁
No one's gonna believe me. They're like, you're clearly faking shit.
Because the Norwood Hotel has no history of any reports of supernatural activity.
You won't pick me up? No. What if I like go like this?
Am I on like
No, it won't pick you up.
Really?
Yeah, that's you.
That's weird.
It wouldn't. It's like, what the hell's going on? It wouldn't pick you off.
Okay, this is stupid. Bring me back the chills. Yes.
We never know how we are going to react to a scary situation until the day.
Is that Ninja? There's Ninja in this.
I'm definitely stealing these bars from my boyfriend.
You know, my favorite meal, you know, there's pizza, there's hamburgers, and then there's random woman's hair. Oh, I love these videos. Whoa, that's creepy.
These videos are so scary that they simply shouldn't exist. Only the brave should proceed. You've been warned. Number 10. Attempted escape. This suspected life ender may just have gotten away with it until he did this. Published in December of 2019 by Russia24. The scary footage shows a brazen escape attempt by a man suspected of ending someone's life in Moscow. The
First of all, love the Adsdaus representation for my Russian boy over here. And that's not creepy.
Suspect, who is locked in a windowed booth within the courtroom, somehow squeezes his way through the rungs in the ceiling of that room, pulling himself up and poking his head into the ceiling. He actually manages to get up into the ceiling, even while the police climb up with their batons and attempt to nab him. A policeman does manage to...
How is this creepy?
get a hold of one of the man's legs. He holds on tight until the others can help him detain the suspect. Defeated, the man returns to his cage and sits down. Now this is certainly a scary video that shouldn't exist, but sadly it does.
That's just...
I guess it's fortunate that this man didn't escape.
Away.
Number 9. Island of the Dolls.
Oh,
any boss in the game, especially the spider
it's Raid Shadow Legends.
or clan boss. The thing I enjoy most about this game is the art styles showcased throughout the RPG. Also, it's got very solid graphics for a mobile game, and the PvP arena battles are a ton of fun in my opinion. Ninja's available for free.
DMs. Just letting you know, doing it 100% for the money. No other reason.
Free right now, so everyone can get him, but he's only available until October 15th. He's a super limited edition champion, and once that
Ninja is in Raid Shadow Legends, I'm downloading it.
Want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you hear what sounds like a baby doll giggle.
Well, VOD's on YouTube there, but well, I'm done. You guys got me way too excited.
In a shack of dolls, the man accompanying
Is my man hitting a joint?
her blows smoke into a doll's face and speaks to it.
Just high, man.
Algún espíritu que habita en esta muñeca.
Did this free the girl's spirit? Unlikely.
Yes, because blunt puffing frees the girl's spirit, obviously.
Shortly after, one doll hanging from above and covered in cobwebs starts swinging faintly from side to side. Well, it could just be the wind. Not a single other doll is moving. Is this the doll the girl was looking for? She stayed betwixt and between worlds to find it. Number 8. Walking blanket. Is this a hooded figure, a floated blanket, or something else entirely? Published to the r/ghosts subreddit by Razlan Hafez97. This is about the most bizarre ghost that I've seen in a while. Filmed in Malaysia by a friend who is on...
Alright, enough chills. What should I watch? What should I watch? Should I watch this live stream and just ruin the entirety of YouTube? Not TikToks. What do I look like? A 13-year-old retarded child? The rarest fast food chains in the UK. Why would I care? You know, sometimes YouTube's recommended are really, really terrible. Kevin Hart? I don't know. I don't know what to watch. I'm gonna watch that. Oh no, not Exploring with Josh. Okay. He let his victim... Oh no, not these haunted houses. There is so much shitty, scary content, spooky content on YouTube. Well, I guess, oh, another iceberg. I guess what I'll do is, I'll end it right here. But before doing it, I want to give out the shout-outs. Again. So, just some highly recommended YouTube channels, podcasts. My boy, Grindhouse Funhouse. Go watch his channel. He does some pretty good stuff. He does some pretty good reviews. Don't agree totally with him on Prisoners of the Ghostland, but he's right. It's kind of shitty. Of course, the Sick on Cinema Boys. Sick on Cinema Boys. SoundCloud, Instagram, anything really. Just go give them a follow. Go give them a listen. Bruno Mattei episode was really good. And yeah, other than that, cinema's underbelly, of course. Everyone knows that. So I'll leave you guys with this message.
Yes, it's melee, not melee. I don't care what you say. I've been ballin' like Ray Ray. I get skins like a Beyblade, and I'm real with you no matter what I say or what I do. You know I always gotta stay true to my roots. Number 15. You can catch me on your screen. On your screen. Vid so scary, make you scream. Treat every day like Halloween. Living, walking, talking mean. Number 15. Skirt off in a time machine. Pull up in a limousine. Something that you've never seen. Living, walking, talking mean. Number 15. Hey Dylan, ain't you mad? What, why? Cause PewDiePie said you had a stupid voice.
How does he do that stupid voice?
Number 15.
No, number 15. Why does he talk like that? And why? I have so many questions.
Oh my, now I'm chillin', I just might rejoice. This shit got me grinning, so it's all G my guy. It's melee, not melee, I don't care what you say. I've been ballin' like Ray Ray, I get spins like a Beyblade. And I'm real with you no matter what I say or what I do. You know I always gotta stay true to my roots. Number 15. You can catch me on your screen. On your screen. Vid so scary, make you scream. Treat every day like Halloween. Living, walking, talking mean. Number 15. Skirt off in a time machine. Pull up in a limousine. Something that you've never seen. Living, walking, talking mean. Number 15. In my basement, all these plaques. Working hard, not looking back. Then I black out on a track. Kill the beat like Zodiac. Mad in game, I'm making plays. Come with me, I pave the way. Captain Chills, I save the day. Rolling up a paper plane. Keep it legit, I make the hits. Stuff you can play in your car. Your shit is weak, put me to sleep. Someone like ASMR. And I'm real with—
Cut this shit off before I get fucking sued for stealing chills. Imagine my channel being deleted because of chills. It would almost be as funny as Severin film getting ruined because of Bruno Mattei.